everyone. Welcome to our Enlightened Art channel. Okay, so another Tuesday. We are doing the Renaissance art. I think that will be so much fun. Okay, so today our topic is Michelangelo. Okay, as you know, he is a really great master in the Renaissance art. So, two people watching. Hopefully, we can get more. And today, because today we are doing something really cool. And this artist, I believe, most of you guys might know him as well. So he is a super a cool artist. Like most of his work is those strong muscle, and everyone is so much have muscle on their body, and it shows really healthy and cool looking. I didn't pick the cover, so because I think as you guys know, the Renaissance artists, everyone is not only to be an artist or to be a painter. Last week we talk about Da Vinci. He is inventor, a science or mathematic person, and also almost to be analyze the body, the doctors, what's that called, analyze bodies type of person. So you can see every one of them are really talent, and they are doing more than one jobs in their life. But Michelangelo is absolutely the most coolest one. And he's a sculpture, architecture, and also Lafayette, he is sculpture and painter. So everyone is doing more than one thing. It's the people who is talent is more than talent, not in only one side. Okay, so today we are going to learn about this amazing person. Okay, Michelangelo was considered the greatest living artist in his lifetime, and that means he's super rich. Okay, and ever since then, he has been held to be one of the greatest artists of all time. A number of his works is painting, sculpture, and architecture rank among the most famous in existence. Okay, because he's so crazy, he did so much work, and unlike Da Vinci, you see that Da Vinci have a lot of idea, and his hand script have a lot of very interesting idea. Even he is a musician, he invent the music instrument, but Michelangelo was the one who are creating complete so many great master a project Sicily's the ceiling and also their David the sculpture, the giant sculpture, and also uh like so many other things. But these two is almost other there's no one ever can did at least one of them. He's so amazing, and also he's super rich. Okay, and let's keep moving. Okay, so he started his career as a forger. What is a forger? At that time, everyone, they the people who is wealthy, they love to find out those statues from ancient Greek. like they usually just now you see that recently there's some kind of movie which is really popular, as people they find the ancients graven, their buried place, and then dig out the place they buried, and then they find out those treasure from them. And then ancient Greeks, like they sculpture so many like amazing statues, like this Laocoon. I don't know how to like pronounce correctly for this sculpture. Like they try, and then Michelangelo was trying to like create a now lost cubit status in the style of the ancient Greeks. And yeah, so then he just forgot that, and which was treated like almost like their like treated their cardinal like Raphael Riario. Yep. So they thought that's from like ancient Greek, but actually was made by Michelangelo. And then even though like he find out like wow, this is a fake one, but because he did so well, and then the cardinal was like invited um Michelangelo to create like to make the Sicily like Sicily building interior design. Okay, so you see that. So which is a really fun story. So he, until this day, is also suspect to be the author of the sculpture of the Laocoon like group. So Laocoon was supposed to be the ancient Greek masterpieces was dig up in Rome in 1506. So it's really interesting, like the way he was like started. And then so, and also like this one is like really cool sculpture was made by Michelangelo, this David. Okay, yep. How it is amazing, because like not only about the how beautiful the character, the body, the muscle, the face, but also because the story, like David is the one who can kill who has already killed a giant, like a giant um in ancient story, but also the stone, because the stone is so big and so like thin, so like it's really hard for artists to create something out of it. And then the stone was been there for 50 years in somewhere, and then until Michelangelo said, yeah, I can do it, let me do it. And then he was did this amazing like giant, like 17 feet tall and more than like 12,000 pounds, like yet it is a sculpture from a single block of white marble. So this picture, like this sculpture actually is bring him a lot of a lot of money. So which make him just starting to be rich, and but also like, and then he already have like so much wealthy, and they said it he was earned like 900 like gold coins after that, but they said that compared to Da Vinci, like Da Vinci like didn't like spend like didn't earn this much money in his entire life, but it just said it. It's maybe it's not true, but it's really funny like how wealthy the Michelangelo is during the early time after he did this amazing job. Okay, and also this Michelangelo's David is a perfection of the most famous statues in Florence and perhaps in all the world. And then that started with their painting for their Sicily chapel. Okay, so they said it. There's some said it like maybe it's not true, maybe it's true, but it's hard for us to discuss. They said it. Jealous is an awful thing, but sometimes people say hater like can lead to magnificent without like following Renaissance painter, including Raphael, convinced Pope Julius to hire Michelangelo to paint the Sicily chapel. Okay, maybe maybe it's good, like maybe it's bad things because like they said, oh, we want to redo the Sicily chapter, but like who can be doing that? Like they said it, like if Michelangelo was so wealthy, like he was making 900 like gold coins out of like a David status, like why he will choose to make these? And also he claimed like he did all this painting, all this like a mural painting by himself. But who knows? Like maybe it's one of the reasons it is said like Raphael's tell the poem poem Julius to hire him, or like he just like the poem Julius just like admire like Michelangelo's painting so or his sculpture too much, and then want him to do it. Maybe like I don't know how they make the deal, but it took Michelangelo like 4 years to paint laying on their scaffolding. But he's creating one of the most magnificent masterpieces ever created. So you see that? The giant, like the ceiling and all their like a mural on the side. And do you guys know how like they did their mural painting is like they are having the picture like drawing out on a piece of paper and then use the needle to poke on the paper for the people's like face, eyes, and outlined it. And after that, they will just like put the paper on the wall and then use the paint to color because like the ink will go through the dots. So after that, he will tracing the dots around to make this the people's face and like the body and all those details. So every single head they need to at least have 400 something needle like holes on it to connect the figure. And then compared to this like a football play like a giant playground, how many like sketch paper, how many dots he need to make? Wow, it's really hard to imagination. He was done by this by himself, but he said it. So maybe someone helped him, but like he was the only one who we know creating this sizzling chapters mural painting. And let's take a close look at their painting. It's really funny this one. Why this is so small? So they said that they said, oh, so he also paint himself a portrait in these giant pieces. It's like next to the main character, main like the Jesus. Like so, Michelangelo find himself interesting place in Sicily's chapel fresco to place him himself portrait. So he chose to paint his face as the same Bartholomew. So one of the gods, yes, this is the same who is always showing as a fake skin because he was skinning alive. They said it also means like after finish this painting, he was feeling he get his skin out. 就类脱了一层皮. How to translate that? It's just like so tired. You feel like you are a crab, like you take out your shell. So like that kind of tired. But it's really funny to say that. So and then let's continue look at other pieces. Like one of this picture among the whole ceiling, like these pieces really like attract our like a vision because like even though it's really tiny on their side, but we also like have so many explanations for these little pieces. Okay, so let's zoom in for this one. Okay, so the creation of Adam, like this is the like one of the pieces name. Okay, the creation of the Adam is the painting fresco that depict one of the most important moments in the Bible. It shows how God gave life to the first man Adam as expected in the book of Jesus. Like I don't know too much about the Bible. Maybe you guys have or better than me, but I just want to show like like maybe like at that time, like in the corner, like Adam was not that like interesting to be the first man, and then why the god having clothes but Adam was like all naked. So this is all the interesting like detail behind the scene. And also Michelangelo was so so like loved join those muscle men admire with that fashion style. But it's really funny, like their whole like sizzling chapter, like all their things in the sky, they all naked. Like when he painting that, it is all naked, and then it make their Paul like need to get other like painter to get the clothes on all the character. So I think, wow, that's a like even like a cool story about that. So it's interesting to showing like all the people there is have muscle, all the ladies have a really nice body, but in fact, like the people maybe inside the like chapter is like really skinny, really pale, those Paul and other like people who's in there. But it's just really cool. So I don't know how much their poem pay for them. They said it. Michelangelo, when he was doing the painting, and then he just find out, oh, I don't have enough money. So even though the poem and those people are at war with other country, Michelangelo just ride a horse to get to the war place to ask for money. And it's not only once, it's twice. So on the other hand, like you can see Michelangelo was a really people who can finish the things, but like he also will get his pain. So rich people rich for a reason. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. And so, hmm, let's keep going. And also, like they said that the shape of these parts is like a brain. So people feel like, oh, that's their atom, like having intelligence or something. Okay, so let's keep coming to the next works. And this is the one, the young sculptor with liner in the Eastern city for the next several years, eventually winning a commission to crave a Pieta, the works that first make him name as an artist. So before, like we said, like this is even like before that, but I want to talk about Sicily like chapter first, and this is even before that. So he did such an amazing job. Like there's so many painting about the mother with Jesus, like how they also some then they also question like how a 30 years old like how can like a lady like showing the sadness about his like 30 something years old like son was died in front of her, and then they also said, oh, their mother like Maria is too young. It just cannot be like having a son that old. But Michelangelo said, oh, because like she is really like nice and true and virgin, and so she have this young face for reason. And also the Jesus like he died, and then there the emotion like he illustrate, which is really like nice and calm but have a sadness in between. So this is really cool to make it the real pieces. Oh, plus this is status, like it's a make out of the stone, but you see that the detail for all the clothes, which is really really nice. Like you see that it's just like a clothes, like a cotton, but it's a stone. And then also the Pieta is the only Michelangelo artwork bearing the artist's name, and he added it after overhearing a viewer identify the works as being that of another artist. So that's why he put the names on it. But this works is really amazing. Like you, if you see others, like other people's making their this Piatas, like you will find out like absolutely the one of the best. Okay, one of the best. Okay, so there's so many other good story about it, but we can share it later. And plus, we have other we have like a really nice painting need to work on. So let's do it. So we are doing the oil pastel for today. Okay, so first I'm going to prepare the oil pastel. Just hold on. At first I want to do like maybe the David, but like then I think how I can do a status on the surface. So okay, so now I learned why last time like I don't want the paper to be dirty. Okay, so I am going to tape it. Okay, nice and firm. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. So easy to get dirty. I'm going to seriously cover 3 times to make it nice and clean. After like this month, I will have so many little cute like character. Such a tiny pieces I want to make. Okay, almost done. Just this part I can make it. You guys doesn't need to be that like tiny because I just want to make a really cute one. Okay, so first I am going to having a pencil to draw the face like here. Okay, I can put it. Okay, so let's start it. So first, the face and the forehead. The bear is almost to the body. Wow, such a long face. And the paper. The ear is here. And then the beard. Oh, I'm going to make it chubby. Okay. Okay, so let's make it a little bit chubby. So the hair will be in here. This really curly hair. And then the chubby face. Really chubby face here and the mascara. Something like that. Ugh, that looks better. And the clothes. Michelangelo. Okay, so then we are finished with our line drawing. Okay, so now let's take out our oil pastel. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so first, as always, we are doing with the light color first. Okay, and this is the line I'm going to erase a little bit because like the brown color sometimes it's not easy, like the light color. Okay, so now first I'm going to have one color, general one color on the body, the face, the flesh area. Now I need to have some music. Recently, I love this music so much, so let's play it together. We see your lemonade and raise you a beer. Line couples. And then we just cover the whole face. Like that. The round face. This is the first layer color we are having, and it's not like, oh, that's the only color, because we still need to add in them some shadow and the cheeks. Oh, let me share the previous pieces I did. I think in the future this will be my style. Like this is last time I did it with the Da Vinci, and this is the first time I did for the what's that called? Yang Feng Egg. Jang Feng Egg. Okay, and then this is how we did it here. So color that. Just make sure you see that there's extra paint. We want to make sure every like those dust not flying around. So you see that I was doing this. You see that there's something coming out. So I'm going to like make sure it's like a foundation. Make sure it's really touch the skin, and then around the bear there's still some fresh. Get in. Okay, so then I'm done with the face. Okay, that's perfect, right? And then I'm going to use, you see that this color is a little bit darker, right? And I'm going to use this for the, on the side to make it darker, like the face, like this facing light. Oh no, actually it's facing this light, so it's okay. It's tiny, teeny. And the nose. I just think like this skill is really good. Like, cause before like I just leave these alone, but I just find now I need to like blend it those like dark color inside, like those dusty thing. I need to blend it inside. There's some dark color. Shadow parts, okay? And why this is called oil pastel? Because like you see that I can like line up and then have some like layer to make it like paint. If you want your kid to learn how to paint, but you don't want them to like getting too crazy about their paint, because you don't want them to make it everywhere. I think oil pastel actually is a really good option. Okay, so let me get this back. And then you see that I tried to blend it. Okay, so this is the two fresh color here. Okay, and I'm going to adding some darker color. A little bit brown. Brown. Where's my brown color? Oh, this can be the light highlighter. Highlighter, this color. And the cheek can be like really light pink. You can do it several times to make it natural. Oh, this is purple. Oh, it's brown. Oh, where's my tip now? light brown. And the black eye. Make the eye for. So let me think about the animation Caroline, like the button eye. Make sure the extra like a black is not going out everywhere. Okay. And then the bear. I'm going to use a brown as the first layer of the color. And go around. This will be some light color, so I'm going to do it here. Go around it. There's some fresh color next to the ear with the neck. I'm going to do it here. Okay. Blend it. So just not only using one color. So maybe where's my light brown color? Some lighter. You can use the brown, like mix the color. This is really cool for using oil pastel. You can like blend the color, okay? And also you see that his spear is like going curved. So I'm not going to just only using one color. So you see that? Then I can blend the color. So it's not only one color. So this color can be more like it's playful. So you see that I'm using 3 colors to get to this feeling. Still need to have some darker color here to create the like scroll. Do some light color here. And then I can use some light, even lighter color. You see that? So then I can have some scrolling and still have some like texture. And around here. So you see that I have adding the different like texture for it to make the the face more interesting and the hair as well. Okay, so I am using this color, brown, like gray, and yellow. Okay, like so the darker layer I can use that later on. Maybe I'm going to use some like a black to outline some parts. To connect with the eye, so the eyes won't be too. Like try to like having the color like the hair was scrolling. It's not like flat color, okay? Because and then I'm going to use like some of this color. So the hair I'm choose maybe use some white color later on. these. Like you see that? I was trying to like scroll it. And some pure white color here. And some fresh color actually. Like can use some darker fresh color. Some dark color. Some darker color here. Try to create, like you see that I'm doing some lines. And then some here. And then some hair scrolling. So you see that? Then we are creating those texture for the really cool Michelangelo's hairstyle. And I'm going to use some white for here. Some white hair here. You see, I need to press a little bit harder for it. And then the middle color here maybe need to be a little bit bigger. Where's the black? And the cheek, I think it can be a little bit more red color. And use the color to blend it. Hey, yeah. Got the dark color on the brush. I need to get rid of this layer. It's really funny face. And then at this time, I can use the white color for the eyeball. Because it's hard for make sure the eye is like rounded. I'm going to clean out a little bit. Highlight and the nose highlight. Some dark and get rid of those dark pants. Make sure the paint is And you see that he was like really light. Sad face, okay, and now almost done for their face, and you see that I'm adding some dark color, and then for the ear, you see I'm blending the color. Clean out the color for this part. Okay, and now, okay, the clothes have a really white color, like a call. Yeah, the white color is really dark now. Dark now. It's too dark to be clean. Okay, so. Just close. Okay, and then will be the orange. Red, kind of like a brown with yellow. No, brown first. Anyway, let's with this color. Yeah, something like that color. Okay, so I'm going to have a really light layer of brown, and I'm going to use the fresh color to like peach color to blend it. See that? I want to mix these two colors, so I'm going to have a really light layer so you can see, I can still see the texture for the paper, and then I'm going to use the peach color to blend it the color. So you see that? This is the color. So sometimes like the student or some parents will ask me like, what's that color? What color is that? Like it's hard for me to say what color is that, but I can show you how to mix the color, okay? So it's just like, you see that when I did it, I will use the brown mix with a peach color. So even though like if you get like oil pastel, like the oil pastel I got have that much color, but actually it's hard to find exactly the color I want to use for my picture. Even though like if you get 48 color or 125, like some like thousands color, but actually like the interesting part for the painting is you can create the color you like. And then be careful, blend it. And also you see that this part have more brown, so I can add in some color back here and some like that. And then blend it. You will need to have a little bit more brown. I can use the brown to blend it. like I'm creating some texture for it as well. Like that. And having some like texture, darker color texture. And slightly some brown. Like adding really light color to make the picture even more interesting. Okay, and then the background will be a gray color. Where's the gray color I used before? Gold color. Oh, here. Like this color. Like that. Maybe some red in the middle. Yeah, some red color for the background. So I'm going to like doing this. And this should be the main color. The tape. There's still some there's some light color you can see in here. Just be careful like how I did it. After this much time I did oil pastel, I find out I need to do it while I am painting it. I need to blend the paint in like the dust inside the picture, so I won't be have too much things need to be clean like that. Every time then I scroll the oil pastel. So you see that it's really getting close to here. So later on, maybe I need to use the black marker to.
I have 15-minute core workout for you guys. Consisted of 5 movements and we're gonna complete it in 3 sets. Let's have some fun.
Like that. Oh, this is a recently the song I like a lot. Okay, and then I am thinking about how I can make this darker, like green, adding some green color. Then adding some texture on it. Some darker green, I think. forgot the lips. Such a red lip. More orange. Like the red lips. Okay. And then it's done. So I am going to take out the tape. Okay, so I need to take it. So wow, I'm so happy. It's really like clean. Oh, nice and clean. Ooh, nice and clean. Oh, like that. Ta-da! Such a nice and clean. Okay, hi, Michelangelo. Okay, so we are having the class, which like we have different class like with their art like weekly class like what I showing you like today step by step which is weekly class called Regina our lunch bunch every day not every day like Monday to Friday 11:45 to 11:45 to 12:45 and also we have a weekly class like every week we teach one class but that class is less like skill teaching it's more like creative based like student will finish their works in independent and also we have summer camps going on start from today actually today is the first day for our summer camp and every week we have summer camp have like at least 9 camps like the camp will be 2 hours per day and 5 days a week so that will contain as one camp the price will be as low as 120 if you purchase like more if you purchase only one it will be 150 but if you purchase 3 or more it will be 135 and if you purchase 6 that will be 120 for each camp so learning with us during the summertime and our teacher is from MCPS or other like professor in different field like we have academic literacy chess Chinese and visual art, different programs. So welcome to join us. And if you are doing the works with me, please send your works to er@cathyfutureus.com, and we would like to share more information with you. Okay. Thank you so much and have a nice day. And stay safe.